Use FinalNet for 5 good reasons. 1, FinalNet is not an aerosol. It's concentrated with a hold that really lasts. 2, it holds without stickiness. 3, it goes where you want it. 4, FinalNet has no aerosol propellants. 5, this much FinalNet goes as far as this much aerosol. Use non-aerosol FinalNet. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Episode 1 of the comic movie hit of the season. Bill Cosby is picked. We need you, Leonard, to save the world.
But I have nothing to wear.
Armed only with a combat Porsche, under our missiles and a very fast ostrich. Will he save the day? Find out for yourself. See the world's favorite funny man, Bill Cosby.
All right.
In Leonard Part 6, an adventure in comedy, rated PG. Leonard Part 6 starts Friday at select theaters.
First Matchbox Speed Track made racing history with Race a Chase. Then they made headlines with Turbo RPS. But time marches on. Now, Speed Track introduces Slipstream Racing. Slipstream Racing, the first slot set with an automatic lane-changing pace car. With fast driving, you can keep out in front of the pace car so you don't get blocked. With fast thinking, you can force the pace car into your opponent's lane so he's blocked. Slipstream Racing, one small step for Speed Track, one giant step for racing.
60.
40.
20.
60, 40, 20. Oil Control Deep Cleanser. Keeps skin oil-free longer than you thought possible.
How oily your skin is tells you how many seconds to leave it on. My skin's oily. I need 60 seconds.
For my oily skin, 40's fine.
On again, off again. It tingles, but it doesn't dry out my skin.
Try 60, 40, 20 for yourself.
It really does keep oil away longer, and it loves your face.
Ever feel like you're on a date all by yourself?
Get set, let's get closer.
When your husband says, I love you, does he yell it from across the room?
Get set, let's get closer.
Only Certs has flavor crystals and Retsin for great taste and fresh breath that lasts over an hour. So if your sweetheart serenades you from long distance,
get set, let's get closer.
Schmitz, one beautiful beer. Schmitz is a dry beer, a mellow beer, a hearty beer, blended into one beer, a light, bright, fun beer. Schmitz, one beautiful beer. Is a dry beer, a mellow beer, a hearty beer, blended into one beer, a light, bright, fun beer. Schmitz, one beautiful beer.
Schmitz of Philadelphia, one beautiful beer.
K-Tail's making waves, sound waves with sensational Diana Ross.
I said upside down, you're turning me.
Rocky Burnett. The sound wave sizzle with Pat Benatar, Pure Prairie League, and Jermaine Jackson. Robbie Dupree. Wave after wave with Air Supply, the spinner.
America's been waiting for a family show about a real family.
Maybe you're just old-fashioned. Yeah, maybe.
A show that reveals the joys and the sorrows.
You better all dig down and find your pennies because this family could be in deep financial trouble.
The triumphs and the defeats of real people.
Mary, would you lay off him? I was just trying to do his job.
The Bradfords are the family. 8 is Enough is the show. Right after Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Don't come near me.
Thursday, John Amos, Ernest Borgnine, and the cop of the future are set up by a girl on the edge. Then a new puppy brings Chrissy and Jack closer together.
Yeah, there's nothing a girl likes more than a little tickle on the tummy.
Knock it off!
Three's Company after Future Cop and Barney Miller.
Knock on my door.
Connor's back, and the welcome wagon is loaded with sweat hogs. Watch Welcome Back Connor, weeknights at 7:30 on KPTV 12, Portland.
Talk about
What are you, fucking commie? Huh? No, I ain't no commie. Oh, you better not be. I don't want no commies in my car. No Christians either.
Still a stupid. It's such a fine line between stupid and clever. Yeah, she's clever.
That's right. What up, cyberspace cadets, cyber fanboys galore? All you awesome people out there. It's Irate Prostate. It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's time for the CREEM Stream. That's creamy streamy, where everybody is awesome and dreamy. That's right. I'm in rare form tonight, fam. So
we're in
buckle
trouble.
the fuck up. All right.
Ray was watching a bunch of World Star earlier.
Yeah, me and Trippy, man, were I snuck in there, and Trippy was sweet and let me hang.
Oh yeah.
And then met some dude named Virgie, who was I think this time last week was helping AP interview.
Yeah.
Adrastia's aunt, Kathy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I heard that was I heard some of that. It was a very interesting, fascinating thing. But it's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. So, and on that note, let me make sure everybody's okay. Everybody's unmuted. Okay. I got a checklist, y'all. See, I'm up on shit. Just saying.
Oh, man.
Ah, fam. So, of course, A is for Atema. Say hey.
Hi, everybody.
B is for Miss Becca.
Hey, guys.
C is for Shagon.
Hello.
Ara is for Roasted Opinions.
Hello, my freaky darling.
Stone Monkey starts with an S.
Hey, 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 hey.
And Trippypoop starts with a T.
Hello.
We don't
I'll probably
talk
yawn a lot tonight.
It's fine. It's
I'll mute if I have to, if I can.
Dude, that's like I feel you. I'm kind of lethargic as fuck. Just saying.
Yeah. We need a little more side viewership over here at the Twitch. What you should do is just pull Twitch up in another tab, everybody, and mute that over here, and just
that's a
fire it out on
fantastic
Twitch
idea.
too, you know?
I appreciate that.
That's what I do. That's what I did, and I had people do for me. I got affiliate this week, today. Just go, pop over here, drop an extra view in, it doesn't hurt nothing.
How you do that?
I'm there.
I want a full explanation of how to do it.
Oh, it's easy. You just have, I got lucky and had the Outlaw, Jack, and a few other people that were, just pulling up my stream when I came on, whether they could sit and watch or not, and just muted and let it run. Okay. Cool. That's what I had the wife doing that too. I had I made sure I had my viewers, my needed viewers lined up ahead of time. I totally had this planned out, other than I wasn't expecting to be affiliate pre-stream today, so that worked out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
and
killer, dude.
Spittle Buggies out here in Twitchland says, "Herrer, I am the Twitch."
Hey, Spittle.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Nice. Well, let's say hi to everybody. While we're at it, cameraman Jay, first one here. Welcome aboard. Mason Mopus. If you're nice, if you're nice to everybody and shit, you'll get a wrench, man. We run a wrench no state here, but we gotta vet you for assholishness. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you understand.
Howdy.
Hey. So Adamantine. Greetings, sir. Hello, dumbbell. FTW now. You better be there Sunday, or I will crack your skull. That's right. That's right. I told y'all, man. Buckle the fuck up. Potato Raider, hey man, what's up? Where am I? There's Roasted and Check Your Logic. Hey man. Okay, we're caught up. Yeah, we got a solid bunch with us tonight. Yeah, you know what that means. It's time to we're gonna pull into the Shadow Realm, which is ruled by a terrifying tranny with the horns growing out of its head.
Fire! There's fires.
No, those are mushrooms.
The mushrooms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's mushrooms.
Pee-pee mushrooms on the dome.
Wait, who's shielding
Just
me?
scare it away.
The pee-pee mushrooms on the dome.
Oh lordy.
A temple for some reason. I thought that was like really creepy. The way you said, I don't know.
Hey, Carl.
Sorry, it was kind of meant to be.
Not too damnous. There you are. Hey man. Yeah, I thought I saw your name. Yeah.
Scrolled up and I could have found that monkey. Sorry.
I was like, wait a second. I
thought I was following. Oh yeah.
You might even get a sub. Oh, I was gonna say, if you were already, you might even get a sub.
Hey, I don't have any money on Twitch or anywhere else, so I can't really do that.
You know, being a teen of the 90s, it's really, really weird to hear people keep talking about getting subs.
Yeah, because it was all Subway back then.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm sure Irate knows exactly what I'm talking about.
What is this slime?
I'm not sure, like the submarine sandwich?
No, like sub, like you're submissive, your subs and your dominance.
Yeah.
Because it's just because you're talking about like things and people watching and entertainment, and I'm just like, oh.
What did you hang out with?
I lived in San Bernardino for my interesting years, so that probably explains everything, doesn't it?
California dreaming.
Yeah, or not dreaming, because nobody's fucking sleeping. Everybody was high on meth.
And then, yeah, after a couple of days on meth, you begin hallucinating like trannies with horns growing out of their heads.
Yeah, or like
floating
roads,
over.
Speed limit signs turn into men jogging on the side of the road. Yeah. I might know a thing or two.
I was reading Revelations today, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, picked it up.
What part?
And I don't know, man. The whole number of the beast thing kind of made me kind of go, oh fuck. I don't know, man. I'm just talking shit.
Okay, so there's a few people that know what I'm talking about in the chat. They're like, yeah,
of course. And Frankenberry,
yes,
greetings.
Ghetto, dude. Oh my God, how do you hear? That's awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut everybody up. I'm so sorry. That's what we called it with San Bernardino.
Ah, right. I was saying hey to Ann Frankenberry. What up?
I'm so sorry. That's
Ann, one of the best names on the internet, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give that credit. Got to say hey.
Hey.
I hope we don't have to look at this This hellish vision much longer.
Donate.
I'm like,
Kill
yeah,
the
please,
granny.
please,
Pick
God,
your
please, please help me.
Money makes her go away. Just saying.
Honey, please. Honey.
Streamlabs, check your Streamlabs.
Oh, Ryder. Hi, sweetie.
Stunky. Stunky.
Stunky. I feel a little stunky right now.
There you are.
Shit,
Oh, let me. There he goes. Yeah, Stone Monkey donated $10 celebrating my Twitch affiliation. Congratulations, good sir. You have banished the tranny, and we're happy for you. The cleansing flames of Jesus Christ are destroying that evil.
Now we gotta get irate affiliated, you guys, because then we can get custom emojis. Oh, those are the best. I love my custom. That's why I like Twitch. I love the custom emojis. They just make me
Yeah, somebody needs to sit me down and like school me on some of this shit because it's like I need a bot to like do shit for me. And I've seen people use the Me6 man, and I had one time, but I couldn't program it to do nothing.
Yeah, I don't get the bots.
Yeah,
I'm a old young person, as they say, or as I've always been told, I have a really old soul, which is great because I've basically always got along with all my friends' parents better than friends.
Right. So it's better to have an old soul and an infant's brain. But I mean, not too young, right? So.
Stacy's mom just popped into my head for some reason.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
She's got it going on, man.
All Trippy wants, then we're gonna make you happy.
Thanks for the 10, Monkey. You're such a sweet person. Yeah, good people. Good people.
I gotta spread the wealth.
Moonbase Radio, I see you. Malevolent Rider, hey man. All right, Michael Hatfield. And Uzi's just showing me her melon.
Oh, there you go.
That's right.
Left or right now?
There's a honeydew.
Oh, okay.
Now, she'll probably show me her melons later, though, man. You guys, if I had $10 for every time she flashed me while we were streaming, I'd be
Oh
be
God,
up to my
I
neck.
start donating real fast.
All right, so okay.
$10 every time she flashed you during a stream, we'd never see the demon tranny.
Indeed, exactly. Thank you for putting it that way. All right, and beginning in alphabetical order, 2 minutes of hate, beginning with Tema.
Okay, I don't know how hateful it is so much as it's like I think Oregon may be cursed to be full of retarded people, or just assholes. Maybe retarded assholes. I'm not quite sure. So I met a literal Karen. That is her real name, Karen. Karen at a fucking doctor's office, Karen. Hey, Karen, I'm going to start calling you Kareem every time I have to call that office since you can't figure out the fucking difference between an M and an N, no matter how many times it's fucking explained to you and how many different ways it's explained to you. So, yeah, I have a doctor's appointment to cancel today. Anyway, so this woman calls me to confirm some stuff for this appointment, and she keeps calling me Tenna.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm
like an antenna?
Antenna. Oh,
Yeah.
This is the same thing.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I said, oh, my name is Tema. And she goes, yeah, Tenna. And I'm like, are you retarded?
Maybe you
And I
have a
said-
speech impediment.
I said, no, ma'am. It's T as in Thomas, E as in Edward, 2 M's as in Mary, and then A as in Alpha. And she couldn't handle this. She kept saying N, M, N, N, M, M, N, M, N. I mean, it was like, okay, so either you're a piece of shit troll and you shouldn't be working in a doctor's office, especially not a sports medicine office.
Maybe they're Asian.
Or, no, she was in her 50s or 60s. Or you're just a dumb old bitch and you need to be retired. You need to be put out to pasture. Because you are dumber than a box of rocks and somebody's afraid you're going to chew on them.
You should have fucked with her. You should have been like, M as in moon.
Dude,
And when she's like,
you know
noon,
what?
You'd be like, I said M.
Well, I would have if I hadn't just been dealing with my 14-year-old. So,
yeah.
I was already kind of at that, like, oh, really say something to me, please. Please, like, yeah, Tenna Preesh. Tenna Preesh. It was so retarded. And I was like, okay, if you're this goddamn dumb, I can't handle going to this doctor's office. I can't. I'm putting my life in danger if I walk in that door at this point.
Mm.
Don't need to do that shit.
Right?
Right on. All right, so BECCA, 2 minutes. Hate on timing.
I hate that everybody has spring fever and refuses to fucking do their jobs, which requires me to go to the office and put my bitch face on and threaten to fire everybody. So it makes me look like a bitch. I want to enjoy this spring because Texas is having an unusually mild spring. Like by now we're already in the 90s, but we've been holding in the 80s. But it's also been raining and flooding around Houston, so we have that too. But everybody just decided like 3 weeks ago they weren't gonna work. And they want to come in late or leave early. So I hate the spring season for that reason.
Yeah, the pool's open. I'm very excited about it. The COOF protocol fucked the pool last year. So we didn't get to open it until like July.
Yeah, ours too. They didn't open it last year at all at my apartment.
At all. Yeah, we still haven't seen it. We're supposed to have a year-round hot tub that's probably dead and going to be pulled out.
Yeah, they're probably going to pull that shit around here and be like,
Say-
oh, we didn't open it last year, so we're not doing it this year.
Say hey to Jackpot 1991. I like that name.
Jackpot?
That's right.
Jackpot.
All right, so Stigon. All right, hold on. All right, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't have too much hate. I'm pretty happy because I get next week off work and going camping in the Boundary Waters, so really happy about that. But if we want some hate, I do have a little bit. So like at work, they opened up City Hall where we can wear masks. Like it's recommended, but not, required. And in Minnesota right now, it's kind of each place will sort of decide. But you're not supposed to ask someone if they're vaccinated or not. That's, private. That's not information that you just go up to someone and ask them. And one of my coworkers, like, just straight up, like, oh, because he saw me not wearing a mask. And he's like, oh, when did you get your second shot? And I was just, like, kind of taken aback a little. And I think my just face spoke before anything else. Like, it was kind of obvious, like, oh.
Well, he was obviously being a cock, too. I mean, I totally understand that. I did want to thank I want to thank for a second Michael Hatfield, $5, just a small thank you. Well, thank you, and you're always welcome. Yes, very very nice guy. Always says hey. Yep.
Like, remember when people didn't ask you who you voted for?
That's another thing. That's another thing. So it kind of goes with that because it's like, you can't be conservative, and especially
not allowed.
No,
that shit's vile, apparently.
No, and especially like city employees are very liberal in general. I mean, maybe it depends on what state you're in, but here anyway. Yeah. So, and then a little hate from Beard. Let's spill over. His computer keeps like dying and doesn't know why, and it's probably the video card that he bought from Newegg, probably a lemon. Oh, like they wrapped
a lot of that going around.
Yeah, like wrapped it up all nice, like made it look all new, but probably wasn't new, refurbished or whatever.
Don't check for drivers. Like, I had to do a new driver for my video card a while back. But
I'm not even gonna try to speak for him because I know he's been doing a lot of like stress tests and shit. So if you want to ask Beard about it, I don't know.
I'm sure he's got it.
And to be honest, it's a HIPAA violation to ask about medical information.
Yes, it is. It's like I was pissed, and then so now I'm all awkward, and I'm just like, now I feel like I just want to say screw it and not wear one and not be asked and just not make it a thing. Please
get a MAGA one.
No, right? I don't think that would fly at work. I'm trying not to
Well, it'd be fine if it said "Make America Gay Again."
That's even. Yeah, sure. I'll do my like inspection too.
Yeah.
All right, it's
Make
time
sure
to move the.
Guatemala.
Yeah, I'm good. That's it.
All right, Roasted, go.
I got two things. First of all, in case you guys didn't catch it, the inspector that failed to do his job properly on that I-40 bridge and wound up getting fired. And they went back and checked the records, and it turns out that there's at least 9 other bridges that have not been inspected properly by this guy since 2017. So
Holy
they're having to go
fuck.
back and re-inspect all those bridges. That includes 2 of the 4 bridges that leave Arkansas and go across the Mississippi River. 3 of the 4 bridges that go across the Arkansas River in Fort Smith, Arkansas. 1 of the bridges in Little Rock, and a few other bridges here and there. And that's just the ones that he marked as having some sort of a crack or other sort of defect in them. So, yeah, I'm a little steamed about that. The other thing that I'm a little steamed about is that on top of all these HIPAA violations that, you know, anybody that knows the law even slightly is pointing out, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Snopes actually pulled a "well, actually" on the HIPAA violation.
Are you serious?
Yes, they did. They said that your employer can ask you if you are vaccinated.
Oh, geez.
And no, they can't. They can, however, if the job requires you to be vaccinated, like if you are a healthcare worker, they can require you to provide proof of vaccination. But only in that case. Otherwise, they can't even ask
I would
you.
think that would go for schools too, because like for universities, I know I had to get like a shit ton for my master's degree.
Yeah,
you had to get vaccines for your master's degree?
You have to get vaccines to go to college nowadays, but there is an exception to the rule that allows you to fill out basically an affidavit that says, I have a moral or medical reason for not taking my shots.
Okay.
And you sign it, and then you go to college.
Okay. I was going to say, because I got kids that can't get vaccines.
I just got a dono from Carl. Carl DeGroza donates $20, saying, I challenge all of y'all to donate $5 to Irate tonight. Well, man.
That man's got a good idea.
I can give that.
Yeah,
I
Trippy,
totally endorse
10.
that idea.
I already got I got Trippy's 5. My 5.
That's right.
So come on, guys. Where's it at? Not my
Monkey, you were always ahead of the curve on shit. So you know that is a par for the course, I would say.
Come on now.
All right, Stone Monkey. As a matter of fact, it's your 2 minutes. Go.
You know what I hate? I hate having to fucking work on Saturdays.
Dude, I would too.
I mean, I already work 9.5-hour days. I'm tired. I really don't fucking want to go to work tomorrow. I don't technically have to go to work tomorrow. And I don't know what the fuck to do, so I'm angry.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I can see you. I can see you through my computer, and your eyes don't look so good, man. You may be coming down with something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You taking your temperature, man?
You have the eyeball aids? You have the eyeball aids, Monkey. You have the eyeball.
I got a case of the double pink eye.
There you go, the eyeball aids.
Yeah. Dude, like I wiped him properly. I didn't use toilet paper, and then I scratched my eye. Can't come in.
So it's really a stink eye, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's garbage.
I know for a fact.
I know my dad jokes suck, people. Okay, just saying.
I know for a fact. The main reason why
JP donated $1. I'm sorry.
Damn, guys, don't.
Thank you.
I'll take it.
You guys are killing me out there, making me need to donate again. But I'm saying the problem is the crew that has to go in is my old crew, and I guarantee the same exact 2 to 3 guys that never show up on fucking Saturdays won't show up tomorrow, and I'll be made to do all their work for them.
And Becca threw in 5 and says, "I'm jumping on this train." Toot toot toot.
Yeah, it's payday Friday too.
It's Friday. I'm jumping in on this train, y'all. Toot toot. It's Friday. I was trying to remember what I just read off the damn screen. Anyway, it was like,
and that's my 2 minutes of hate.
Yeah, okay. One of the few.
I'm sorry, Monkey. I don't know what's wrong with the Pacific Northwest, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I'm pretty damn sure I'll just wake up in the morning and just be like, yeah, I'm not feeling good. I'm not coming in.
Why is wood so fucking expensive now?
Although I was never asked to come in.
Why is what so expensive now?
Wood.
Wood?
Yeah.
Because the cost of Viagra went up.
No, because they stopped us from cutting it during lockdown. And people started trying to do things while they were stuck in their houses for lockdown. And there's been a mass exodus of people from the cities to suburban and rural areas. And it's actually driven up the price of wood.
Crazy.
And there may be some other regulation that's been added recently too.
Okay. Because the wildfires didn't help either.
No, yeah, that's true.
But a lot of Oregon wood gets passed around.
What is wood up to? Like 400%? 600% more?
It's not gonna change for a while.
A long while.
Yeah. I was talking to the owner of the company, and I got some inside info. And I found out the company gets inside info from like the super big ups in the lumber industry, so we know kind of what's coming, and we know it's like, okay, you got X amount of time before this price increase is happening, so put your orders in now, kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, my dad's in the industry, but he's on the sales side of it, and his company can't keep lumber in stock.
Yeah.
Even though it's overpriced, there's high demand for it too.
That's
so.
right.
Oh yeah. What's up, Shellcat?
All right, so it's time for Trippy's 2 minutes. Go.
Man, I'm good. I just woke up, so it's like I can't think. I love everybody.
Nothing want to. All right, well, shit. Fair enough.
What about the guy who was killing you in GTA 5 yesterday?
Uh-oh.
No, he's fine. He's fine. He's just a little bit of a hole monster, you know? He just wanted to start shit, and then he quit the game after I killed him twice, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. I was laughing.
Killed me like 10 fucking times, and
he stole his helicopter.
Yeah.
Or his jet, or whatever the hell his plane.
Right, I'm like, damn, he landed it all nice on the beach, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I had cops on me.
Hey, Irate.
Yeah.
Ryder says his motto in real life is, I promise you nothing and you will get nothing. I live by that motto.
Yeah, Ryder.
Yeah, he wanted me to make sure to tell you that.
That's fine, Ryder. Man, you're a fixture around here, man. You're fam, bro. We know that.
Yep.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
I'm one of them, I'm not in it for the money. I mean, the money's nice, man, and it helps a lot. But, it's like I'm here to have fun and point out shit that makes me want to blow up, makes me want to hit things with dynamite, to do things that, and so I have to sublimate that through, a cathartic action of sharing my rage with you and try to feed these black pills and turn them into clown pills somehow. It's hard to do. It's hard to do, but we need to look at this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some stuff coming up this week. I guess we can go ahead, since everybody's done their 2 minutes, slide into the TV room and hello.
I'm right there.
We'll go ahead and pop in with the little bleed screen come over. All right.
Jesus, he aged.
Who is that?
All right.
That's George Stephanopoulos.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So.
That's like Jake Tapper. He's aged badly too.
Indeed. Okay, y'all ready? We're gonna. This is. I think what we've got will take us completely where we need to go, and I think we can stop and talk a lot too. Okay, and that's what I'm going to try to do more of. Because last week, I mean, it was just a solid 50 minutes, but I think illustrating the timeline was essential to, and BECCA backed it up with something that was written in our Discord. But anyway, Fauci timeline is important. And speaking of Fauci, guess who Georgie's talking to?
Let's bring in Dr. Anthony Fauci, President Biden's chief medical advisor. Dr. Fauci, thanks for joining us again this morning. Let's pick up where Stephanie just left off. What's your message to parents this morning whose kids are unvaccinated?
Well, the same as Stephanie just mentioned, and that is that the CDC recommendations still maintain that for children who are not vaccinated, obviously, most children are not, 12 to 15 are getting vaccinated, that indoors they should still wear masks, and that's the CDC recommendation. Will that change as we get more and more information, as we get more and more people vaccinated? Certainly, we have to keep up with the evolving situation. George, we're not going to have kids at that age vaccinated for at least several months as we get towards the end of this year and the beginning of next year.
Okay, let's talk about the lifting of the mask mandates that we're seeing in many states, like here in New York. Other states are not ready to do that. Is the CDC basically saying whichever choice the state makes is fine?
Well, not really, George. If you look at it, the science that evolved over the last few weeks that prompted the CDC to make the recommendations that people who are vaccinated should feel safe and be able to go indoors and outdoors without wearing a mask relates to the evidence of how effective these vaccines are, not only in protecting you against infection, but even if you have a breakthrough infection, the chances of your transmitting it to someone else is extremely low, very, very low. The problem in the issue is that we don't have any way of knowing who is vaccinated and who's not vaccinated. And I think that's where the confusion arises, because there are some establishments who are saying, well, I'm going to have people coming into my establishment, my store, or what have you. Some are going to be vaccinated and some are not. I'm not going to know the difference. Some might be infected and might actually have a risk of infecting someone else. And under those circumstances, it's perfectly reasonable and understandable.
Okay, so reality is reality.
All right,
congratulations.
But we've been dealing with flu and shit for years.
That's what I'm saying. Reality is reality. And you know what? The flu kills more babies than coof.
Right. Smallpox is back. There's all kinds of shit that's out there that, it's like and something's going to get pointed out in a minute. Right. But exactly. It's like, it's none of your business. And herd immunity is a thing. It's like it's not there is science that backs up the herd immunity concept.
I mean, they've already come out and said these kids are asymptomatic and they can't pass it to other people. Even if they were to get infected and showed signs, they're not passing it on.
The CDC recommends that children still wear masks inside, though.
Okay, fuck that.
What is he talking about?
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't want kids in masks, period.
What about kids outside running in the heat?
Oh, that makes me fucking
crazy. To
crazy.
indoctrinate our children. That's where they get them, is when they're young. I see kids leaving school and they're walking home. They're far away from the fucking campus and they still have their mask on. They don't take it off until they get home. It's complete fucking bullshit. And my kids, as soon as they step foot off of campus, they rip their masks off.
Good. Yeah. Good kids.
Abbott has already said that school districts in Texas no longer are allowed to recommend or mandate that our kids wear masks at school.
Good.
Indeed.
So, and that goes into effect June 4th, which is awesome.
All right, here we go.
Of that establishment to say, we're going to keep the mask mandate up. And that's what we're seeing. And I think that's causing the confusion because some are maintaining a mask mandate and others are not.
How has it changed what you do when you wear a mask?
Excuse me, how
has it changed what you do? How has it changed your mask wearing practices?
You paused on
Well, George, I'm obviously careful because, I'm a physician and a healthcare provider. I am now much more
not a physician.
Comfortable in people seeing me indoors without a mask. Before the CDC made the recommendation change, I didn't want to look like I was giving mixed signals. But being a fully vaccinated...
What? You didn't want to look like he was giving mixed signals?
He always gives mixed signals. This motherfucker doesn't know jack shit.
All right.
That's why I keep trying. I'm wondering if these breakthrough cases aren't incredibly virulent and they're lying, because pretty much everything these people have said the opposite turns out to be the truth when you find out the actual information.
No shit. Exactly. Anyway.
Vaccinated person, the chances of my getting infected in an indoor setting is extremely low. And that's the reason why in indoor settings now, I feel comfortable about not wearing a mask because I'm fully vaccinated.
The majority vector is
I know that President Biden announced that 20 million vaccines are going to be going overseas right now. A lot of health experts saying it's not nearly enough. We really need to ramp up production all around the world.
No.
True. And we should do that. I mean, right now we're taking a step forward. We're going to have a total of 80 million be giving out, 60 of the AZ, and 20 million of a combination of Moderna, Pfizer, and J&J. But that's just going to be the beginning, George. I've always said, and I'll maintain it right now with you here today, that I feel that as a rich country, we really do have a moral obligation to play a major role in making sure that there are vaccines to those countries that can't afford to get the vaccines themselves.
Morality.
Thanks for your time and information, as always.
Just real quickly, why won't this committee have a hearing on this IP issue, which is of paramount importance? And just as importantly, why won't this committee, the only select committee in the United States Congress, have a hearing on the origins of the very virus that caused all this chaos over the last year, not only in America, but around the world?
Thank you very much for the question, but I think Mr. Foster answered that question earlier. But
no, he didn't. He just said that he said science is going to look into it at some point. That doesn't our charter is very clear, Mr. Chairman. Our charter says prepare for future pandemics. How else? The best way to prepare for future pandemics is to figure out how this pandemic started, and the fact that the select committee on the COVID virus won't look at how it started makes absolutely no sense to me, but more importantly, makes absolutely no sense to the American people. Journalists want to know, the Secretary of Health and Human Services wants to know, Secretary of State wants to know how this started. The only ones who don't want to know are Democrats on the Select Committee and Democrats in the Congress.
well, thank you very much. You want to know where we've been. I'd like to spend some time on where we're going.
For many years now, Democrats have realized that the only way to turn their radical plans into a reality is to take more power and money from the American people and give it to Washington. They want control over almost every aspect of your life.
We can't drive our SUVs and, eat as much as we want and keep our homes on, 72 degrees at all times.
Why you do?
Can't do any of those things. He said back in 2008,
No, but he
and all
can.
these years later, we
all
see
that shit to
Obama's
the extreme.
heirs carrying on his mission control.
In the same way that we have taxed cigarettes, we're going to have to tax carbon. We have to take combustion engine vehicles off the road as rapidly as we can.
Would you support changing the dietary guidelines? Yes. Reduce red meat specifically. Yes, I would.
What?
Oh, no, she's
Now
gonna
remember, the
laugh.
left believes that America isn't exceptional. It's systemically racist, and that means we shouldn't be any better off than the rest of the world. So the Greeniac saw an opening when the global economy due to COVID cratered last year. Because of the lockdowns, closures, and reduced demand, carbon emissions fell by about 2.6 billion metric tons, which was a 7% drop from the year prior. Climate change activists who ignored or dismissed the human suffering caused by these draconian COVID rules were positively giddy. That kids were harmed from the cancellation of in-person learning and athletics was simply not relevant, given the left's larger long-term goal of reducing America's carbon footprint. So they saw COVID as an opportunity to advance the interests of a global climate bureaucracy. Their pet media marveled about the environmental benefits of lockdowns, again, ignoring human suffering.
If there is a silver lining to this crisis, it's visible in the skies above China.
All of this inaction, while causing so many humans problems, has actually proven to be quite good for Mother Earth.
Falling pollution levels brought about by lockdowns may have been shining an impact on sunshine. Wild animals are now roaming city streets. How do we make sure these pollution levels don't rebound?
That's not good.
So the longer you were
That's
behind
bad.
closed doors, not commuting to work, not going to church, not traveling to see family, the happier those people were. But having a free country means that individuals are making their own risk assessments according to their own risk profiles. The Greeniacs hate that. They much prefer to order you around, or if that's not possible, to frighten you into abandoning your own common sense. So mindless
that was
COVID
kinda
fear-mongering
retarded.
kept suburban women double-masked on running trails and sent urbanites to Amazon Prime for all their grocery orders.
I think she means overeducated shitheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's saying it in a way.
Yeah. Well, Brainiac is a DC villain. You know Brainiac, Trippy.
Yeah, she said
I
what?
thought she said
Greeniacs?
Greeniac.
Yeah, that was her variation.
Yeah.
Oh, she said Greeniacs. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I thought she said Brainiacs.
Well, they were talking about being green before.
Like
you gotta paint your shit green
Maniac, but
while you're
green.
being
Yeah. Well, no shit, man. I mean, she's like, this is an accurate forecast, I believe. Okay. It's like, oh, look how much the emissions, it doesn't fucking matter, people.
No.
It doesn't matter. God. This Earth has been here for 4 billion years. Do you think in, a minuscule portion of that time, that one race of beings can totally destroy that?
Yeah, we're overestimating our own value.
Exactly.
And I'm with George Carlin when he said that maybe, Earth created humans because it couldn't make plastic. And we're doing it for it.
Well, it's true. I mean, I don't know how much we're affecting our own lives for the worse or whatever, but it's like the Earth is going to go on. I mean,
You know that
Yes, exactly.
without us.
termites are the largest producers of carbon on the planet. It's termites. 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 It's not humans, it's termites. And honestly, carbon... Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. It's frustrating.
I know, dude. Taxing carbon.
China? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, let me tax your water. Let me tax your air. Let me tax your,
That's what this is, essentially. It's a breathing tax.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
wait until they figure out that hydrogen is much more common than carbon. It's the most common element on the face of the planet. They'll start taxing that.
Yeah, they'll find some reason.
the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
And
They're going about it all
The carbon
backwards.
tax.
You don't
It's
tax
not a
it.
carbon dioxide tax. It's a carbon tax.
They need
They're
to
taxing
give
an element.
people they need to give people an incentive.
What about an
to want
ultraviolet
to change.
tax?
An oxygen tax, man.
Perfect.
Ultraviolet tax, right? So in
Let's-
order for you to
let's
get
have a matter
sunlight,
tax.
you've got to pay it anyway, whether or not, because the sun is always going to come out.
With just like existing, basically.
Exactly.
Well-
Give us some money.
Anything to set it up so that all of us die owing the government $10,000.
Which doesn't make any sense, because they really don't want us dead with debt to them, do they?
Well, in 2030, you'll own nothing
And be happy about
and
it.
be happy about it. That is correct. All right.
Renting a car.
All right, let's roll through this shit.
My
Get to
favorite
the
is when
good
they were
stuff.
frantically wiping down their bananas and their egg cartons worried about COVID.
The virus can live on surfaces, for example, steel and plastic for up to 3 days. I'm just going to clean all the virus off here. Don't need to do too much. It's a pretty sensitive virus. For cardboard, it's typically going to be closer to 24 hours.
Holy fuck,
No.
someone
Yeah,
did
none of
read
that was
the
true,
CDC.
right? But he did do a good job of cleaning. But after some fits and starts, we won the COVID debate. Their so-called public health experts were wrong on everything from lockdowns to masks to social distancing. Those measures inflicted enormous economic, educational, and psychological harm to adults and children alike. And Biden's attempt to take credit for this notwithstanding, it was Trump who greenlit Operation Warp Speed. Yet now we see the usual suspects lining up to exploit another hyped crisis. Of course, I'm talking about climate change. And the end goal is the same. They want more of your money and your freedom. And if they have to take extreme measures to accomplish this, oh, they will. Unless we're ready for them. So if we apply the lessons learned in our battle against the COVID lockdowns, I'm confident we can stop them and we can win this. Now, if you think the forces propping up Biden aren't thinking about declaring a climate emergency in some form during his first term, you haven't been paying close attention. A report released yesterday by the International Energy Agency gave us a sneak preview of what might be coming. And of course, the lockdowns gave them the perfect roadmap for how to exert control over the population. Don't take my word for it, they admit this. The COVID crisis demonstrated that people can make behavioral changes at significant speed and scale if they understand the changes to be justified.
Wow.
Now, will we be ordered to stay at home because of the climate? Well, perhaps not. The left is rarely that straightforward. But even without government stay-at-home orders, there are a lot of ways for the left to effectively lock you down. Like through gasoline shortages, skyrocketing fuel prices, phase-outs of gas-powered cars, just to name a few. In fact, the IEAE's bucket list of climate controls includes carbon taxes, fuel taxes, limiting air travel, reducing speed limits, phasing out gas-powered cars, and many more agenda items. Doesn't that just sound grand? San Francisco, among other cities, is seriously considering implementing congestion pricing with fees as high as $14 for every car entering the city. New York and DC are already squeezing cars out by expanding bike and pedestrian lanes. Hawaii, they've already declared a climate emergency there. And the far left is already pressuring Biden to declare one on a national scale. AOC and Bernie Sanders introduced legislation back in February, in fact, to do just that. But we cannot let the politicians or the bureaucrats abuse their authority again. No more never-ending states of emergency, no more executive orders to shutter businesses and schools. If governors or mayors want more authority, then they should ask for the voters to approve that. Pass a law the old-fashioned way through the state legislature. Pennsylvania voters offer a blueprint for stopping future abuses of emergency orders by governors who, of course, enjoyed exerting their unchecked authority to shutter schools and businesses. In a rebuke of Democrat Governor Tom Wolf, 54% of voters yesterday supported a ballot question to allow a simple majority of lawmakers to end a disaster declaration at any time. Democrats and so-called public health experts use, remember, half-truths, skewed data, and outright lies to pressure states to make the drastic decision to lock down. Only 7 resisted. Only one state, South Dakota, didn't order any businesses to close during the pandemic. Georgia was the first to reopen. Then Florida and Mississippi and others followed suit. They brushed off the dire warnings and the power-mad COVID-crats. These governors put the overall interests of their residents and the long-term survival of their states ahead of the alarmism of the moment. This is the same approach that we need to take when they throw the climate hyperbole at us. As usual, if we want to see where the Democrats are going, look to Europe. In Milan, they're pushing cars out of there with bike and pedestrian lanes. Fuel taxes are being jacked up all over the UK and Europe. And France is moving to ban all short-haul domestic flights. To stop this nonsense from happening here, we need to aggressively push back at every turn, just like Pennsylvania did yesterday. Just like we did with COVID, and just like we're doing with critical race theory in our schools, and we're winning that as well. The only lockdown that should happen again is of the politicians who try to wrest away liberties and hard-earned money on the bogus claim that government can solve every problem. When we know all too often, government just makes matters worse. And that's the angle.
Communication system for the Colonial Pipeline went down yesterday. Nearly a week after the fuel company recovered from a crippling cyber attack that sparked panic buying and gas shortages. It remains unclear what caused the issue, but Colonial says barrels are continuing to flow despite the down system. Meanwhile, after halting the Keystone Pipeline on his very first day in office, President Biden gave the approval for a controversial gas pipeline from Russia to Germany. Critics argue this will only strengthen.
Yeah, man. Big fucking surprise.
I thought it was Russia.
Senator Ted Cruz tweeted this: the Biden administration is shaping up to be the most pro-Russia administration of the modern era.
Indeed.
Senator Cotton, your reaction.
Yeah, Joe Biden is shutting down American pipelines like the Keystone XL pipeline, but he's helping construct pipelines for Russia. This is Vladimir Putin's #1 foreign policy priority, so he can make Western Europe more dependent on Russian gas, and so he can bypass our NATO allies to the east, isolating them further. Joe Biden apparently is going to allow this pipeline to go forward, even though he has power that Congress passed on a bipartisan basis to sanction the owners and the operators of this pipeline, I guess because he doesn't want to offend Germany's delicate sensibilities. It just goes to show you how Joe Biden is putting America last, that he's shutting down American pipelines, provide good, high-paying American jobs, yet he's letting Vladimir Putin build a pipeline to Western Europe despite his opportunity to stop it.
Why would he do this? I mean, he knows it's not going to be pretty in 2022, whether in the House or the Senate. I mean, the president has to see this. Why would he shut down what makes us whole in the United States and then help the Russians? Why would he do that?
Well, Joe Biden, like all these Democrats, spent the last 4 years pretending to be Jack Ryan out of a Tom Clancy novel for crass political reasons. But now that Joe Biden's in office, he's going back to his old ways of appeasing and coddling Russia. It's not just this pipeline. He gave him a no-strings-attached extension of a very one-sided arms control agreement. He pulled his own punches. He said that he wasn't going to sanction Russia as much as they deserve to be sanctioned for various cyber attacks on American companies. And now he's rewarding Vladimir Putin with a summit next month in some luxury European capital.
Where is the mainstream media on this? I mean, we heard for more than 2 years, Russia against the former President Trump. And there was no there in the end, as we saw, because investigation after investigation. Yet Biden does something like this and nothing? Crickets? Birds chirping? Nothing?
Well, the mainstream media, like the Democrats, got all the mileage they could out of Russia, using it as a way to attack Donald Trump. Now that he's not in office, they're going back to their usual ways of attacking Israel for defending itself from terrorist organizations.
Senator Tom Cotton, covered a lot with you today. Good to see you, sir. Thank you.
Last thing before we go tonight, by all accounts, Ted Cruz did not like the nickname Cancun Cruz, though he tried joking about it, acting like it didn't matter. He really won't like being called Kremlin Cruz after his latest and remarkably stupid lapse in judgment.
Talk about stupid lapse in judgment. Who the fuck hired this motherfucker back?
Remember as you watch this just how much Ted Cruz dreams of being president of a country someday, perhaps not this country, for reasons like this. He posted this, quote, "Holy crap, perhaps a woke, emasculated military is not the best idea." Then he posted this video you're about to see, Russian propaganda, a recruitment video for their military, followed by a video meant to...
All right, now, Cruz showed a truncated version of both videos. I'm showing the entire videos of both, okay? Just want you to know that.
Finish the U.S. military.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует. Теперь важно то, кем ты будешь сегодня. Что ты знаешь о себе? на что ты способен. Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Узнать себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения? Каждый день. Здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать. Командир здесь только для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть в нем врага, потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг — это ты. Вчерашний ты. Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад победителем. Потому что завтра первый день твоей новой жизни.
Video meant to diminish the U.S. military. Video meant to diminish the U.S. military. Video meant to diminish the U.S. military. Video meant to diminish the U.S. military.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California, with a little girl raised by two moms.
Two moms? No way.
More now.
Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age.
Activism or us.
And now she what? Shoots people in the head?
No, she operates a missile battery. She commands people.
You have to consider the target audience for this. These people are used to being coddled and treated as children. So of course it's a cartoon, and of course it's slow.
When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet. Eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
White guy did it.
With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life, a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Video meant to diminish
Have a seat,
the U.S.
Becky.
military.
No one wants to hear you.
So many things to say here, starting with, don't we want committed and motivated members of our all-volunteer armed forces? The Russians already reach deep into our society every day. Their disinformation is all over.
See,
Okay.
Hold on. He
really saying it was an attack?
He tipped his hand, right? He cracked out a turn when he said this is a video designed to diminish the U.S. Army, right? And that's kind of why I kept putting that in there because, yeah. Let's see if this is over yet. Okay, it is not. It is over. Hey, fuck. Oh well. It says stream paused. Come on. There it is. All right.
For our media already, and it quietly tears us apart. Imagine how happy it makes them to have yet another advocate among Republican members of the Senate. So many comments followed after Ted Cruz posted that. Countless reminders on social media that Cruz never served, but he did go to Princeton and Harvard Law School and briefly to Cancun. And a number of people pointed out that real...
Well, Lion Brian, you didn't serve either, and you lied about a story about it in a fucking helicopter where you got shot at, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Cancun.
Yeah, you notice how he slipped in.
Yeah.
The Cancun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a dig. Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. You gotta punch him in the balls. right? It's like it's backfiring. This dumbass motherfucker doesn't realize how backfired this shit
Emasculation is Donald Trump saying your wife is ugly. Donald Trump saying your dad was involved in the JFK assassination. And then publicly genuflecting to Trump and devoting your political career to seeking his approval. The voters of Texas have a chance to rethink their...
It all came back to Trump, of course. You know?
But hold on. You think a Texan... Right.
Yeah.
But do you think a Texan's really going to take offense to name calling?
No. What they don't understand is that typically conservatives can take the hits, realize they lost, and then play ball with whoever won the competition. They have goals they want to reach, so they play ball. They're not salty assholes walking around like, oh my gosh, you talk so much shit about me and my family. I can't even deal with you.
Like, wait a minute. These people live in the Bible Belt. Gossip is like a daily part of life, and shit talking is the other half of it. So, like, I'm like, what are you doing?
All right, this is fixing to end.
Decision in 2024.
All right. So when I was putting this together, I had an idea. Really, Uzi and I were talking, and what I did was I decided instead of doing more news stuff, because there's some news stuff that happened this week, but I'm just so I'm burned out on this coof shit. I'm burned out on all of it, you know. And I saw this, and I said, well, okay. So I wonder what recruiting, you know, army or, you know, military recruiting videos from other countries would look like in comparison to the United States, the new stuff that's coming in, and maybe some old, like during the previous administration, what the Army commercials look like. So let's see, what do y'all think we should do? Should we watch all the U.S. like weak stuff first, and then, or should we look at the foreign stuff in contrast?
Foreign stuff first, I think.
Okay, all right. All right, these are kind of not, the order's a little weird, so it's like, all right, here's from a Russian army. All right, we'll go with this one.
Or if you went back and forth, that might be good too. Like, here's them, here's us.
Сухопутные войска Российской Федерации. Один из 3 видов вооруженных сил Российской Федерации, предназначенный для ведения боевых действий преимущественно на суше. Сухопутные войска приведены к 3-компонентной структуре. Первый компонент – соединения и воинские части постоянной готовности. Органы военного управления.
В управленческом звене время прохождения принятия решений, оно сокращается на целый промежуток, бригада, батальон. Вот основное отличие в структуре управления.
Второй компонент – соединения и воинские части сокращенного состава. Третий компонент – стратегические резервы. В состав сухопутных войск входят мотострелковые войска, основа и ядро боевых порядков сухопутных войск. Танковые войска. Главная ударная сила.
Шустрая машина. Мы все друг другу друзья и помощники.
Применяются на главных направлениях для нанесения по противнику рассекающих ударов. Ракетные войска и артиллерия.
Цель в воздухе.
Основное средство огневого поражения.
Оружие у нас хорошее. Страшное машина.
Войска противовоздушной обороны. Предназначены для защиты от ударов с воздуха.
Свернуть агрегаты, подготовить к маршу, к бою!
Специальные войска. Предназначены для решения специальных задач.
Победа будет за нами. понял, что ничего невозможного вообще нет.
Телеканал «Звезда». Ликбез.
Holy
shit. You know what I didn't see?
What?
You know what I didn't see? I didn't see any women, and I definitely didn't see a privileged bitch in there complaining about how her privileged life was so unfulfilling that she had to go into the arms of
you didn't see
girls go into the army, though.
You didn't see any tampon strings either, did you?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw some badass dudes blowing shit up. That's what I saw.
Yeah. All right. So we want to contrast this with one of these these new ones.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that.
You're just boring.
Oh gosh.
It's already taking too long.
Let's go back to our childhood, guys. Watch cartoons.
I can speed it up.
Oh no, I was joking.
Back in Haiti, I used to walk miles down every day. So when my family had the opportunity to move to Florida, it opened my eyes to a new world. A world that I would one day want to defend. Being a first-generation immigrant, I was amazed by what was normal in the U.S. Simple things like well-kept grass and smooth roads were a huge deal. Seeing my parents succeed in this world was humbling, showing me that hard work and determination goes far. I didn't realize how far it would eventually get me. I initially joined junior ROTC to get out of gym class, but it was much different than I expected. It was actually more physically demanding and disciplined than gym, and I even had to wear a uniform. But something about it was more interesting. It was empowering to feel like a part of a team, and I started taking it more seriously than I ever expected. But it was one day during a 9/11 ceremony, I started seeing the Army in a new light. Over 3,000 students lined the walls and the balconies of my school. My whole community was there, including firefighters and service members from every military branch. The silent show of respect for this country
there's one
was
right there
deafening.
holding the flag.
Hold on, you gotta see him again.
I was now determined to defend this nation that I called home. To not only be a citizen, but a soldier as well.
It's a one-white hand.
I am U.S. Army First Lieutenant Ricky Desir, and I answer my calling.
Okay.
Okay.
That was just boring and unimpressive.
All right. How about so want to go to China?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So
No,
for
go ahead and
that
talk,
one,
y'all.
He got to live the fucking American dream.
Yeah,
I see
again.
nothing wrong with that other than it's a cartoon and it's kind of lame.
It just wasn't compelling.
Yeah, it's just lame.
No.
That didn't get me excited about
Flat roads,
anything.
guys. Flat roads and clean cut grass.
It's like he could have said, "I'm first generation American. I live the American dream."
China.
And then show him blowing shit up.
China.
All right, here's the deal.
it already sounds
All right,
badass.
we've been allies with the Ruskies before, so I think there's a lot of bravado. If push comes to shove, I would hope they would side with us because check this out. The fucking Chinese army is an organism. These are
I heard
cells.
the N-word though.
No, I don't think you did.
Not really, but
No.
it was in there somewhere. He said something
Yeah.
Chinese. It just sounded like it.
Yeah.
一声道是一句承诺。
军长同志，营房前准备完毕，请指示。什么？战！
一声道是一种割舍。一声道是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战机组已修订完善作战计划。
一声道是一场冲锋。我们用生命扛起使命，我们用忠诚筑起长城，改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我们，改革创新与时俱进是人民军队不断发展的 康庄大道。人民军队的力量来自改革创新，人民军队的胜利来自改革创新。
祖国召唤，我必到。
我有在，我必回。
一声道，一声道。
There you go. That's China. All right, ready for U.S. number? Let's see. How about, let's see, we did, let's do Janine.
Does anybody else feel sad that China outdid us in the propaganda act?
Irritated. I'm irritated.
He's like, let's play another one. I'm like, oh god. Okay.
You can be that fat and be in the fucking military.
I'm just grateful they're short.
Oh yeah.
And none of these are white males. And I have to point that out because,
Because white guys are too, common, I guess.
No, it's evil patriarchy horseshit with a little white power, sprinkled on top of that shit. You can't go in the army and be a white person and not become a Nazi. Just impossible.
Yeah, Hitler was white.
My singing voice took me all over the world. But no matter how far I traveled, how many things I experienced, I kept returning to a feeling inside.
Before she went in the military, huh? Janine.
It's like the white woman. They had
I grew up in an army family.
Lesbian parents.
My dad, uncles, and both of my grandfathers served. So as soon as I turned 17, I asked for my dad's blessing to enlist.
Listen to this.
But having served in the army during the Vietnam era, responding to civil unrest.
I feel like that's bullshit.
No, that's...
No, I feel like
No, that's propaganda. That's anti-American propaganda.
He said no.
Maybe killer.
He had his reasons.
Probably gonna say. Even though that was bullshit.
So I turned to singing. First on the strip in Vegas. Then, after a performance at the Apollo Theater in New York, I was invited to sing for a top cruise line, where I spent 5 years traveling everywhere, over 70 different countries, witnessing the good and also the bad in the world. Places torn apart by political unrest, people suffering. Our ship was once turned away after a port had been bombed.
That sounds like bullshit too.
What is she doing?
Singing on a cruise line.
She's not in the army yet.
I had such real big dreams. I said that I want to be a soldier. So
She's not a bad singer.
like you.
She just busts out into musicals.
And though the years have passed now,
yeah,
feeling just seems to last now. It's not too hard to grasp now. Hey,
Holy
Dad,
fuck. Make it end.
When is Aladdin gonna show up?
Dad came around, and now I've turned my desire to serve into an army career and 2 master's degrees. And I still find time to perform for my fellow soldiers.
Oh my God, no.
I'm U.S. Army First Lieutenant Janine Phelps, and I answered my calling.
Her only other skill, or her big skill that she offers the army, is singing? Is that what I'm supposed to take from that?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll go singing. She doesn't need a gun.
Like, I don't...
Just sing to the bad guys and they'll put their weapons down.
I don't get this. This is another, again...
I do. I know exactly what this is.
Let us know.
They are trying to highlight how diverse the Army is. The Army has a big push on diversity right now. Because, over the last presidential term, they weren't being as diverse. And that hurt Army recruiting. So, yeah, they're pushing the diversity right now. And yes, some people have already noted some important things, like the fact that a corporal, that first ad was a corporal, despite the fact that she supposedly graduated from UC Davis. Normally when they graduate college, they get a commission.
Officer, yeah.
Yep.
corporals are not commissioned officers, not by a long stretch.
For anybody that doesn't know, Roasted Opinions, were you a tank commander?
I was a tanker for about 11 years, and then I operated a artillery radar for another 12.
So what kind of tank did you drive?
M1A1.
Like the greatest tank ever built, or so far.
Pretty much.
Did you fuck shit up with that?
Loaded. Got to shoot the big gun in gunnery.
Did you have to wear a diaper to operate it?
No, you just learn how to hold it.
That joke fell flat as fuck. I was just, I'm trying to give everybody a picture that, look, come on. These soft ass motherfuckers that were given, trophies just for showing up.
Oh, yeah,
that's who these are geared towards, right? So let's go out of how about Finland? Okay. Just for shits and giggles?
I'm just really curious.
I'm
because these guys are really funny and snarky in real life.
That's so sad.
I don't know how many Finns you know, but they're fucking amazing, Becca. They're like the biggest smartasses on the planet.
Yeah.
At least that's always been my experience.
Damn.
Oh!
That's a killer cluster.
That's what
Not
I was...
at 25 meters, it's not.
No.
At 25 meters, those bullet holes should be touching each other.
Ooh.
Yeah, you tell them how that fucking shit should be.
All right, well, that was Finland. Jesus, that was a shorty, wasn't it?
It was.
Felt like,
It was really intense, though.
What about this one? I think this is... I think this may be...
Der alle kan bli akkurat det de vil. Der alle har uendelige muligheter. Hvor man kan dyrke interessen sin. Eller utforske noe helt nytt.
A lot of blonde hair and blue eyes.
Men det ikke for alle å bære ansvar. Beholde roen når andre avhengig av deg. Det ikke for alle å bo ukesvis under vann.
You think she's talking about having two mothers?
Probably not.
No.
She's a Super Saiyan mom.
I think she's talking about trying to keep up with the boys.
Ukesvis over.
Look, my two moms had all these boys.
Det ikke for alle å bli spesialisten andre skal avhenge av.
Well, they are kind of spinning the diversity thing there too, aren't they?
Yeah, that's actually a fairly equal representation of the military in Finland.
Men for noen det ingenting man heller vil.
But
well, then at least they're not like shooting bombs into random spaces.
So I guess it's Navy. I mean.
It is kind of wokish. You're right.
Well, plus depending on what country it is, some countries it's really normal for everyone.
Hold on a second.
To join the military.
I'm gonna pause this. All right, what?
Yeah, like Israel. Like Israel, men and women have to join the military.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
And in Germany, it's really common for women to join the military, like right out of high school too.
Back to the woke ones, huh?
Right on. Yeah.
Avenger.
Well, that's what I wanted to do was kind of do this ping pong thing to keep to emphasize how fucking serious this shit is. Okay, I'm trying to clown pill this shit, but it's hard. I'm having a hard time doing it. Right?
Yeah, because every time you play one of these, my heart like sinks a little bit.
We are fucked.
They made them so boring.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen a single actual missile get shot.
That's what I'm saying. These don't appeal.
All right, check out Jennifer.
Oh no.
Jenny from a Black.
When I was 4, my siblings and I watched my dad try to take his own life right in front of us. The police were called and they rescued him.
Sorry.
I grew up wanting to help people like my father.
Yeah, she's been pre-PTSD'd, right?
Yeah.
And note that none of the heroes in this ad are have a her dad is not white. Note the black man is helping the white person, but she's not white.
Dude was drawn to be a white guy.
People who are suffering.
Yes, exactly. I hate to bring it to
My
race,
parents were
man.
first-generation immigrants from the Dominican Republic.
CRT motherfuckers, man.
We shared a 3-bedroom apartment in New Jersey with 10 family members.
Second immigrant.
With my dad's struggles, my mom had to work 16-hour days,
Dominican Republic.
so I helped any way I could. My neighborhood was tough.
Is that why we went?
My friends got into a lot of trouble. I wanted to fit in.
You want him to be a second.
One time, I snuck out and stayed 3 days at a friend's
Like a
place.
slave class.
When I came home, Mom wanted to teach me to appreciate the life I had by sending me to the Dominican Republic to stay with relatives for a year.
Smart mama.
I had no idea what to expect. My relatives lived in a house with a tin roof. Tourists used to drive by and throw candy at us.
Why the fuck do I need to know?
Once, on a school field trip,
Isn't that nice?
I need to know about a roof.
Throwing candy. I mean, isn't that nice? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having a shitty day living out here in the shithole. You know, a little candy, make your day happy.
It traumatized her, though.
Right.
Nice tourist. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm sure it traumatized her. She
Nice.
got hit
Well,
with a hard
it's
piece
like
of-
a hint
Well, no.
of racism. That's why she had that voice of, ugh, he used to throw candy at us.
That's
Right.
right.
One time-
Because
one
I had to
time
stay
Indy
for a
got
year
fired.
with like my.
Candy.
And
Lord.
never mind the fact
I bet
that
she
90
couldn't. Yeah, I bet
I
she
was
couldn't
gonna
go to the airport fast enough.
Well, and she's offended. She's offended when 90% of the kids in the Dominican Republic go and ask the tourists for shit just to ask them for shit. Because most of the time, the tourists will just give them stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed the bus back, completely stranded, and a stranger went out of her way to help me get home. I remember thinking, no matter what, there are always good people in the world.
Not like in America.
Black stranger, man. Black stranger. Bum, 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 bum.
Like, this is a good, like, advocacy
And when I
to be
returned to the
nice
US,
to, like, and appreciate America, but I don't see how it encourages you to go into the military.
Man.
I knew I had to be one of those good, helpful people. I just didn't know how. One day at school, I came upon an Army recruiter and told him about my goals. He took me through all their different careers, and that's when it hit me. The Army is an army of good people.
Right.
I knew what to do. Now I serve in a combat support hospital, doing what fulfills me the most.
Well, at least she has a reasonable
I'm U.S. Army
position.
Specialist
She does a
Jennifer
good
Liriano, and I answered my calling.
Hey, Ray, are you going to point out what you pointed out to me last night about that one?
Point it out.
Do you remember?
I don't
That was
remember.
like the least bad so far.
The black man was always the savior in that one.
Yeah.
There was always a black man saving.
He said there was no good white person in the whole.
Right.
Yeah, the cop was a black guy. The recruiter was a black guy. Black men always helping her out.
That's right. All right. So let's see. How about Japan?
Except her dad, he tried to die.
But he wasn't even black. I don't know what color he was.
This
is very Japanese.
It's the female voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing enough tentacles.
Sounds like music from The Sims.
Or like a fucking anime. Right?
Little hearts. Little,
Hey, the music kind of reminded me of G.I. Joe, the G.I. Joe cartoon.
Right?
Maybe.
Notice
Just a
that they
little
didn't
bit.
show them fighting Godzilla. Not even once.
Seems like the Chinese
That's funny as shit. Oh, hold on. We ain't done, y'all.
Sky.
Let's roll. All right. How about David? All right. He's the last one.
No. He's going to be
no.
super gay, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
He's the one we haven't seen.
I'm gonna go. I think you're right.
He's Hispanic,
Hey,
I
he's
think.
3D. That's
Oh no, he's Hawaiian. That's right.
I used to watch helicopters over my backyard in Hawaii.
Yep,
My dad was an Army officer, so we lived on base.
Oh my God,
I
he's
loved hearing them
tiny.
start up and take off. Coolest thing in the world. But I knew I could never be a pilot. I wasn't like them.
He's a Pacific Islander or whatever.
That is a deadly ass weapon, man.
I never considered myself to be a smart person.
Apache Lombo.
I struggled to keep up in class. Subjects like math and Spanish were so hard for me. Growing up, my mother was in and out of the hospital for nearly a decade before she passed away. My older brother Rob helped raise me.
Toya ain't nice. Donates 5 and says, "Hey, I-Rate and Company." Hey, Toya. Hey. And we know you are nice.
Hey.
I eventually followed my father's footsteps into the Army, and I wanted to as well. Just not as a helicopter pilot. Then,
you are not
during a long
big
road trip
enough.
with Rob, he told me to pursue my true dream. But I'm not pilot material, I said. Rob was done listening to my excuses, so finally, I decided to stop making them. I gave myself permission to dream, and refocused my life around this goal. Training myself to pay attention, visualizing myself in the cockpit of an Army helicopter.
He's Asian.
I even created something called a vision board, listing my goals. I had little chance to achieve them all, but I gave my all, and made them happen. It doesn't take a genius to become an Army pilot. It takes time and effort.
It doesn't take a genius.
And hard work, like all Asians do.
Now, every time I put my helmet on,
being a trope,
I feel like I'm dreaming. And I can't imagine doing anything else.
He's a co-pilot.
I'm U.S. Army First Lieutenant David Taguchi,
so
and I answered my calling.
He's so tiny. What is?
Yeah, he's definitely a bottom.
What does he? Does he fly a Huey?
How
Or
about
something?
here?
It's just so
It's a Merkava or Merkava.
That's a strong
I'm down. No, he's not shooting.
Oh
wow,
That's
that's really
shooting beyond the fence.
Yeah, I thought he was aiming for the fence.
All right. So now I'm going to play an Army ad from when 45 was president. Okay, U.S. Army.
I remember the game. I remember it, yeah. Because helicopters can do that.
At least it's interesting.
Hell yeah. What you don't know is that they're all gay though.
Yeah, none of them said a fucking word because that wasn't important.
It's all whammy.
There were 2 women, but they were all doing like. It's better than the woke ones, but.
Kind of looks like a movie preview.
It does.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't take up but like a minute maybe.
I think it's a great ad. I think
It's far more appealing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to hear a long drawn out story about one individual. It even noted that they're all unique individual people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It also
was a long drawn out story.
All right. How about Sweden?
Well, this one, that closing scene right there,
We
appeals
can't
to
offer you
like
an epic
all of
opening scene
America's
in
gaming,
which models pose like
community.
Marines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is a
We
large
can't
part
offer you the
of the
opportunity to
military
suddenly
these days.
rise out of the water holding some weird futuristic weapon.
I wonder why that's in English.
We can't offer you top secret hit and run missions in unknown territory. We can't offer you ridiculously dramatic music playing in the background, or even my cool American voice.
Where is this from?
They're making fun of our
Men vi
ass.
kan erbjuda er vår verklighet. En utbildning som leder till ett jobb där du kan göra skillnad. På riktigt.
That's what that was all about. They're poking fun at the U.S.
I love it.
military. And that's great.
All right, we're going to look at another Russian Army commercial.
Сухопутные войска Российской Федерации. Один из 3 видов вооруженных сил Российской Федерации, предназначенный для ведения боевых действий в преимущественно на суше. Сухопутные войска приведены к 3-компонентной структуре.
My bad. Sorry about that. All right, now here's the comedy one.
Comedy one?
Yeah, comedy Spetsnaz Airborne. This is like the Rangers.
I can barely hear Monkey.
Monkey?
This sounds like it could be an intro to a gay porn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying, right? You know, it's like...
ВДВ, с неба привет, ультрамариновый на берет, тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет, радуга мирный порядок пала, слава честь и хвала. В Центральном парке салют в Москве, мечтают парни о ВДВ любым оружием владеть легко, знамя победы главней всего. ВДВ, с неба привет, ультрамариновый на берет, тельник с волной и море погон, с неба навеки десант обручен. ВДВ, сколько побед, из парашютов белый букет, радугой мирный порядку пала, слава десанту, честь и хвала. Честь и хвала.
Well, it makes you feel like you're going to accomplish something.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, let's go.
I don't want to turn it down so y'all can talk. Now it's like a.
Once we're done military, we'll go to the club. Guy?
No,
This
it's the
is-
same dude.
Yeah, this is from 2011, I think.
Okay, so this is pretty old then.
Yeah, this is old, yeah. I think the music kind of gives that away, doesn't it?
I thought so, but you never know. Like,
Yeah, this is like extremely homoerotic.
Chesty for that.
Why the kind of army dances around like that?
All of them.
The hardest part.
South Korea.
They had
I
the-
and my group had to go into
That was the ad that they
gas-filled
made
room.
when they
My name
were
is
trying to
Kim, and I
replace
served
some
in
of
the
their
South Korean
losses
military
from
for 2 years.
Chechnya.
The law
Chechnya,
requires every
yeah.
male to serve the military, and it is extremely hard to get out of it. If you purposely evade the military duty, you will get jail time. The service is mandatory mainly because our relationship with North Korea. After things got intensified
South
after
Korea
the
has to
Korean
do
War,
2 years.
there was a need for an active force for the South Koreans. So the military can always be ready. I served the Korean military between the years of 2009 and 2011. Before the military, I was living in New York. I decided to go because I had to get it over with it at some point. At the time I did my military service, I hated it. I just hated every moment being in there, trapped in that isolated society, and I just waited for my time to pass. I haven't seen a single person who really wanted to be there, who was enthusiastic to be there. People generally want to avoid the military because I think of the forcefulness of it. Compared to the US, where the military is voluntary and you can pursue it as a career, in Korea, 2 years of service is mandatory and everyone is forced to do it. You're living your free life,
Hey, Sparky.
and then suddenly isolated from the rest of the society. You have no contact, you can't feel yourself an addiction there, and you're basically sacrificing 2 years of your youth for the nation. So on the first day when you enter the military, as soon as you enter this training base, you meet these instructors that train you for 5 weeks on from there. They intentionally try to intimidate you, try to scare you in order to make you into a soldier. This 5 weeks of training was one of the most intense experiences I had. You're not even a private at this moment. You're a trainee. The training is very intense. You will be yelled at constantly. You don't have a voice there. You can only do what you are told to do and nothing else. You learn
Notice
to
they
move
got
very
men
fast.
together.
When you're ordered something, you have to run to get it. You have to
No
run
women.
through it. And
So,
if you hesitate, you get picked on for
traditional
that. If
boot
you get
camp.
around
Yes.
5 minutes of rest, then you're happy with that. You
Although
relearn
maybe a
things
little
that
bit more
you thought you
hardcore
already
recently.
knew. There's a certain way to eat, there's a certain way to stand, there's a certain way to talk to
Isn't that
people. There's a certain way to do everything in the military. One of the most memorable trainings that I did was this training called 화생방 훈련, which is to prepare soldiers to defend against a chemical attack. The hardest part was
they
when
put
I
chemicals in your
and my
face.
group had to go into this gas-filled room. And you enter the room with your gas mask on, and there's also an instructor there
then you
with the
take
gas
it
mask
off.
on. He eventually
Didn't you have to do that, Roasted? Did you ever have to do that training?
I didn't have to do that training, but I was stationed in Korea, and I worked with the Korean augmentees to the U.S. Army. Every unit has a group of ROC Army soldiers that are attached to the unit to translate for them.
ROC is Republic of Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those ROC soldiers, there's a definite difference. For example, they were getting paid the equivalent of $15 a month.
Shit.
They got all of their stuff provided to them, right down to their cigarettes.
Yeah.
So they were getting paid $15 a month. They were conscripts. They had to serve for 2.5 years. There's no two ways about it. And I have seen a ROC Sergeant Major. I was getting ready to put this in the chat. I've seen a ROC Sergeant Major who was leading a formation. One of his soldiers sneezed in formation.
Oh, shit.
He stopped, turned, sprinted into the middle of the formation, and Superman punched this kid for sneezing in his formation. I mean, he knocked him the fuck out.
Dude.
Laid him out flat, like plowed into 2 or 3 people behind him, laid him out flat. Their discipline level is extremely harsh, and nobody is going to say anything to the ROC Sergeant Major. Nobody's going to screw with them.
No doubt. Yeah. If I saw that, yeah, I would definitely up on the respect there. All right, let's finish this out.
Pull off the gas mask. And when you're exposed to this gas, it doesn't have long-term effects on you, but anywhere that's exposed would hurt like hell. It feels like 1,000 needles just pinching onto you and grabbing onto you. And when you inhale this gas, it feels like you're suffocating. Basically can't breathe. It's just chaos in that tiny room. Everyone's like grabbing onto each other. Everyone's rolling on the floor. There was this one guy who ran to the door trying to get out, but there was a guard there who prevented that. And it's total chaos. After your 5 weeks of training, you're relocated to your battalion. So this is your home from now on. You would stay there for
no washouts, man. Right?
Your private to sergeant life. From day one to the end of your service, you hear a lot about North Korea from the officials. They designate the North Korean military as our enemy. This was the first time when I learned that North Korea has invaded South Korea even after the truce multiple times. I don't know if it's because I've been brainwashed, but now I'm convinced that they have the capability and will to do a lot of damage to the Korean society. There's always a potential that the North Koreans can invade us, and the military is trying to prepare for that. Looking back at the experience, I think I gained a few things. There's a saying in the military, if you can't make it work, make it work. I learned that if you really put your will and just do it, then I can really achieve anything. I feel like I can achieve anything. So I learned that.
All right. So here's a U.S. Marine commercial from 45's era.
Relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by purpose.
I like this.
Defined by the
My
cause
brother's a
you fight for.
veteran Marine. Automatic machine gunner.
No one can ever take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Apparently they haven't gone retarded.
Let's look at Canada.
That was actually a good ad.
It was. Oh, it was a little hot there. This is Canada's army.
They do. Well,
How
they're gonna be
does
focused.
Canada look more badass than we do? It's just sad.
Right?
It's all appearances.
Well, it's just, come on. You're supposed to be inspiring people to go protect the nation.
Man.
And
Yeah, no
your
shit.
silly story time isn't going to appeal to the people you need to go do this. Because the motherfuckers you need to go kill people are crazy. Whether they're male or female, they're crazy.
Well, why do you want to protect something that was created by a bunch of old dumbass white men that they were racist pigs and built this country on the back of slaves?
Wow, yeah. Good point.
I noticed like a pattern too, like with the black guy who's like, it seemed kind of hard at first, and then like the guy from Hawaii. I wasn't very smart.
It sounds like he's plenty intelligent. He just didn't apply himself at all.
Yeah, he did through hard work. He was able to get in, right?
So he applied himself.
Did a very Asian thing. I hate to break it down like that, but hey, man,
He applied himself. Like
Asians are known for our work ethic. I'm just saying, cannot be denied.
This is kind of entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. This is a really good promotion.
You know what?
There you go, my dudes, dude. Is we make all the shit that they, what?
They're showing all this really nifty stuff, right? You know what they're not showing? They've only got about 50 main battle tanks, 50.
I know.
We have more than that in most battalions.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so their armored division is a little
You'll
weak.
have more tanks than that broke down.
That's crazy. It was a lot different in World War II too. They did actually had a good showing there.
They're badasses once they've got the equipment, but they keep a tiny little army and old surplus equipment that they bought from other countries. Their tanks, they bought them from Germany. They're Leopard 2s.
Oh, they're Leopards? All right.
Yeah.
That's not a
And
bad
they're trying to
tank.
get rid of them.
I
Wow.
wonder why.
Well, this new generation, I was watching a thing on the new generation of tanks, and it looks like we're looking at the Merkava or Merkava, and like a hybrid version of what we've got now in a Merkava. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. All right, we're almost done here. See, they will find a way.
Well, the weather is pretty harsh up there.
Indeed.
So I'm sure there's some tough motherfuckers that get bored with just chopping wood and building shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got another Marine Corps, U.S. Marine Corps. Fucking.
I rate when I grow up, I want to be the first black 007.
I thought that was going to be Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he checked out. Didn't he check out of that? He was like, nah, man.
Yeah, he did. You're right. You're right.
Black 007.
All right. This is from 2019. Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
The battle to keep our nation and its people safe has changed. Our world has become more dangerous and more unpredictable, and those who seek to cause harm and destruction take that opportunity all too often. But America has a powerful response.
Get it, fellas.
America has its Marines. A naval expeditionary force in readiness. Extremely adaptable and agile. Prepared to operate inside contested maritime spaces. Built to win our nation's battles and create order from chaos anytime, anywhere. The Fleet Marine Force is forward deployed and forward postured, deterring potential adversaries and safeguarding key maritime terrain. We are first on the scene, first to help, first to contain a brewing crisis, and if required to do so, first to fight. We work and fight in partnership with the Navy, which makes us instantly mobile, amphibious, and lethal. And our self-sustained forces are able to keep peace, bring aid, or take the fight anywhere on the planet, for as long as it takes to buy time, create decision space, or enable our larger joint forces. We are flexible, scalable, and we practice warfare that outmaneuvers adversaries and exploits vulnerabilities. But a force like this is about more than mobility or equipment. It's about Marines. Recruiting and retaining the very best defines who we are. We seek selfless young men and women of character and virtue and challenge them to earn our title. Marines themselves are the greatest weapons in our arsenal, each polished and capable, battle-tested, determined to win.
You must live 100% of yourself at all times.
Fuck you, I'm not ice diving.
Steeped in our core values of honor, courage, and commitment, Marines bring moral.
Oh, I want you to notice this picture right here. All right.
He's carrying a weapon.
All right, you see this? All right, almost.
No, I thought that was a dude.
This is a perfect. This shot was perfectly copied by the Chinese. All right, their stealth deal. That's a whole discussion we can have because their stealth doesn't work. The Indian Air Force discovered that. Because the border skirmishes and stuff, well, they're also in the air. But I thought it was interesting that China had to, because you'll see in a second.
Marines bring moral, physical,
that's
and intellectual
stealth
to every situation.
F-35.
And when their time in uniform is done, they use those qualities to continue to serve their communities. But before Marines can ever fight our battles, they learn to work together to overcome doubt, fear, and weakness, and become capable of making smart and decisive combat decisions. It's a special skill honed across more than 240 years of defending this nation, and it's made the Marine fighting spirit legendary. Strategic environments are changing, characterized by evolving technologies and a fight for accurate information. It's a chaotic environment that calls for a next-generation approach. As the world's premier naval expeditionary fighting force, we operate across air, land, sea, and cyberspace. Embracing information environment operations and integrating as part of the combined joint force, Marines bring unmatched combined arms capability. From the great battles of the past and to those ahead that will surely test our nation, the Marines exist now and have always existed for a singular purpose: to fight and to win.
Got a new leadership.
And as our world becomes more complex,
When
we'll
was that
continue
mean?
to build a fighting force that
2019.
can counter every threat to our country. This is your Marine Corps. These are your Marines.
See, 2019. All right,
They're
and
showing all the diversity without all the bullshit.
right.
Just like one shot. All you got to do is do that. One shot. You got everybody from everywhere. That's America, baby.
All right, here's one final one is oh
no. A language I don't. That's the one with the copied shot we're talking about. It's not Hollywood blockbuster. It's Chinese.
See, this is propaganda that they're putting on YouTube as well. So, very, very propaganda.
The sword is strong.
But I do want to point out one thing: that every goddamn thing that they drive, fly, or float in the water is a stolen concept and idea. Yeah, because the main fighter jet is a ripoff of the Sukhoi 27.
Damn.
Flanker. Those work. AWACS, US.
Is this China?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to know the little known secret or the little not talked about secret about Chinese gear? About 40% of it doesn't work.
Yeah, and it's stolen.
Yeah.
You notice how all the action shots don't
from
look
movies?
the same as the flying shots?
Yeah, it's because
They
they're from
look
movies.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the one with the canards, the little mini wings on front, that's their supposed stealth, and they don't have the radar reflective paint or material, right? And the India discovered that inadvertently. They said, "Well, our fucking radars saw everything they threw at us." Right?
It's really sad when India can beat you and they still have people living in fucking mud huts.
Well,
not everybody has a shitter.
They've got to deal with Russia. So they've got Sukhoi plants and MiG plants in India, and so they make their own. And yeah, so India's got a decent Air Force. I don't know about the rest of it, man. All right, so for the rest of the show, we're just going to do a little Russian dash cam. How about it?
All right.
Yeah, this is one I did 2 weeks ago. We never got to.
I wanted to see this and I never did.
All right, yeah, this guy is South Africa.
This is Mr. Balls of Steel, yes?
Yeah, they're carrying. I think they're carrying diamonds. And these guys try to rip them off. We'll just turn on a little more music, bring the music up a little bit, so we can.
They ain't even talking.
No, they're not, man. They're, I mean, I wouldn't be talking. I'd be driving. I'm one of them people.
Oh,
gotta focus.
But it looks like they're both doing a lot of lookout, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out the window, motherfucker.
He got the look like when you walk through a prison yard.
Uh-huh.
Those are gunshots. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He's like, I got this shit, dude.
No, not the pistol. Get the long gun.
Yeah.
Bop that motherfucker. They're fixing to get shot at one more time.
He's got great trigger control.
Look at his fingers not on the trigger.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Making sure he ain't gonna shoot himself or the guy.
They keep on trying to pit maneuver that truck.
Right.
It's like a Brinks truck or something, like an armored truck.
It's an armored truck.
It's an armored truck. Yeah.
South Africa, right?
Yes. Probably diamonds.
Okay.
I would think.
Yeah.
Evasive maneuvers as best you can in one of them big ass bitches.
Two hands, two guns.
He said they're gonna shoot. They're gonna fucking shoot. He saw it coming.
This dude has got balls of fucking steel.
Yeah.
Call the boss. Tell him we got shit. Or is he telling him to call the police?
Yeah.
One of the two, both maybe.
He's not even shaking.
He ain't got the time to shake.
They're all cool, calm, collected.
This dude loves it. He loves it. You can tell the guy with the glasses.
Yeah, this is what he trained for.
In his element.
Yeah. He's probably ex-military.
He's like,
I just got that feel about him. Give me that motherfucker.
Okay, wait a minute. You'll have the door open.
He didn't care.
Hey,
There's going to be
look at
nobody
that.
to come in anyway.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Bad day.
Why were you doing wheelies on the
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
I was trying to be cool.
Oh yeah, this is this bitch, man. Yeah, all right, so
yeah.
You can't be. You
I
can't
said
be
it was
on your
from
cell
2
phone
weeks
while
ago.
you're driving.
I was recording you because
Because
you
you're a
You can't use
murderer.
your cell phone while you're recording.
Because you're
May I
a
have your driver's license?
murderer.
It's at my apartment.
Sorry, I was
What's your
mocking
apartment?
her.
It's at my home.
Her name is. She's not a Karen. She's a luck Karen.
I mistakenly left it.
She's a
Do you have a
teacher.
picture of your
She's
driver's
a
license?
luck Karen.
May I have it?
Oh shit!
And
I
can
had
you
the.
call your supervisor, please?
I already did. He's
I
on
was
his
on
way.
a different tab.
Okay.
First time I watched this, and I thought it was a white chick.
No, she's black, dude.
It's not harassment. I am enforcing the law.
I have a right to and record the police when they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
Sparky is right.
Doesn't texting or
And I bet you worked on them, didn't you, dude?
I watched Creaky Blonder go
Sorry you feel that way.
Well, that's not just a feeling. You're a murderer.
Okay.
And he was
Can
like,
you
I
zoom
looked
in
it
on
up.
that for me,
Sure.
And the law in that state says you're not allowed to use your cell phone at all.
Oh, he was a retired SWAT, is what Sparky said.
What's your last name? I can't see that there.
The guy with the glasses in the previous.
Zoom in on that for
No,
me, man.
because you're scaring me. You're threatening to kill me and my son. Can you give me
Okay.
Oh
my God.
You're on camera.
You're trying to threaten to kill me.
I didn't say
that. Look, Aaron.
Still, I can't see that. Is this your
Nice
car?
dumb beard. I like it.
He's a good cop.
Yeah, I don't think so. You wait for me right here, okay?
Nerves, patience, and steel, rather.
All you need to do is your signature. He's only signing for using your cell phone while you're driving. That's it.
So, Shigana, are you still being good to Dumbbeard, or have you started abusing them because your hormones are?
Not.
You're always going to be
Yeah, ask him for pickles and ice cream.
He's
Come
eating
towards
just
the
fine.
end.
Holy shit!
Pickles and ice cream.
Oh my god! Fuck that woman!
Wait until the
yeah,
third
right?
trimester.
What's this one?
Are they attacking a? Whoa!
Oh,
Holy
shit!
shit, what
He
happened to that
rolled
guy?
like a bowling ball.
Yeah, some of these are
Dude,
nut
apparently
shots.
homie was done, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, these are not the nut shots. Oh shit! That's Russia, dude.
Wow.
Dude, I just bounced out of the way, dude. That was funny.
Oh, I forgot I borrowed those bolts for.
Yeah.
Dude. They're street racing? Were they trying to street race?
Oh god, this guy's gonna roll off the road.
He
I
just
thought, okay.
overcorrected when he was weaving between them.
Oh god. Why did you stop in the road?
Oh my god.
Get out of the middle of the fucking road, you stupid idiot.
That guy honked at him or something. That's what he looked.
Uh-oh.
That guy didn't get you. That guy was also.
Right out
That's probably.
Well, no, they stopped. Well, so they probably didn't see
Stops
him.
in the middle of the road.
I bet that was his ride.
And this is just a little trip this guy took, so I decided to put it in so we could just shoot the shit and talk about the stuff that we've watched.
Was his leg eye or something?
This was I don't know about y'all, but this was a welcome change.
I'm very confused by
There's no crashes.
what's broken in the army.
Me too.
I don't think it's the army that's broken, y'all.
No, see, they're trying to pander to what they think will be their
No.
audience.
It's command.
Well,
It's all
yeah,
command
it's the
shit.
higher up.
Well, you got a problem at the bottom. You always look at the top because that's where it's coming from. Shit rolls downhill.
That's true. But it's just baffling to me because I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you get there? How do you get there?
Commissioned officers.
Yeah, those people.
Specifically, you've got somebody who's got a degree in advanced social theory and a official commission as a first lieutenant, and they're sitting in some think tank coming up with the new way that the army needs to do things. And trust me, when they come down with these new directives, all the rank and file soldiers, it doesn't matter what kind of rank and file soldiers they are, all the rank and file soldiers are sitting there looking at each other saying, what the fuck?
And it's not just the army.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure that the Marines are the same. I'm sure that the Navy's the same. I'm sure that the Air Force is the same.
The Air Force is probably worse. I've noticed that the soy level in the Air Forces is quite elevated.
They're just pandering to woke Twitter.
Well, some of the shit that my husband tells me about the Navy, I'm just like, holy fuck, you cannot retire soon enough. You need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, my son, he's done his time in the army, and he said they had to, like, almost monthly have, like, you don't rape people.
No raping.
Monthly?
It was,
You
like,
get that
monthly.
briefing every Friday before you go on leave.
Yeah.
Before you go home for the weekend. Don't
Yeah.
get drunk. Don't drive drunk. If you do get drunk, don't hit your spouse. Don't hit your significant other. Don't rape anybody. Don't let anybody rape you. Don't rob a bank. If they don't tell you that you can't do it, then that is actually a legitimate defense in a military court Marshal because they never told you couldn't do that.
Yeah, Sparky's talking about the Secretary of Defense, man. That dude is Soy City. He's a former Raytheon executive, and he's a SJW.
Yeah, no, these were different specific briefings about sexual abuse towards women exclusively. Roasted.
Now, I believe, Sparky, that the Air Force isn't as bad as the Navy. I hear the shit coming out of the Navy.
Trust me, Tim, I
Yeah.
know all about those briefings.
Okay.
I was an EO representative. I used to give them.
And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, whatever, but this is dumb. And he's here.
EO is an equal opportunity? Uh-oh.
I was the equal opportunity representative for my unit for
Was that
the last
Austin?
3/4 of my freaking career.
Wow.
And,
Like Garmin,
my personal favorite briefing of all time was
Why would
explaining
you-
to
Oh
guys
my
that we had gone from don't ask, don't tell to don't care.
There you go. That's the best policy, man. Don't give a shit.
Yeah. No doubt.
Oh my god.
We don't
hell
ask
out
because
I think this is
Your
France.
ass.
Lovely Francais.
No.
No,
they were ever told
Spoiler,
was-
that's
Oh, it's Poland. It's Poland.
You know where it's
It's
Germany.
Poland. Yep.
Or Poland.
Yeah, you learn why they used to make Polak jokes. But actually, all those Polaks came here, right? The smart ones stayed and lived through the Soviet era.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking
And now they're
serious?
based as fuck.
Sorry. Are you
They were that
fucking
stupid that they were
serious?
sitting there out of just being like, I'm not going if you're honking at me.
Oh.
What a dumbass.
Well, okay.
Well
What a
done.
dumbass.
Sorry.
That was a wild lane switch.
The hell is he doing? Oh, he's taking out a really nice old building.
He
He
was, in
was
a
trying
hurry.
to avoid the other car.
Subway was about to close.
Sparky says, irate prostate, I have a briefing on extremism that is required to give to all members of the Air Force. Guess who the bad guys in it is? Trump supporters.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's
Shit.
the. Don't you get it, man?
Wait.
They're
You know?
gonna be that open about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Yes.
gave us briefings all the time telling us that militias and right-wing extremism were what we had to watch out for.
Yeah, I remember that became like a really big deal when
Polls
the
are
Tea Party
based.
became popular.
I agree.
For no real reason.
Poland might be the place to go, y'all.
Lord.
Especially if you're a dude, because I heard they were like some towns were like paying dudes not to leave. Right.
So that they could have somebody create a population.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude,
Nice.
I'll be there, Sparky, for that, man. Shoot me a
Shit.
DM. Remind me of that. He's going to be our Monday night. Aircraft Sparky will be interviewing a Polish pastor from Canada.
That guy?
Yeah.
That one? Like the one that got arrested and he was telling me they were disgusting and leave and all that shit?
Sorry,
Yeah.
y'all.
That was funny.
Hey, Green Badger Outdoors.
What's funny? What the
You know,
fuck was he
political
thinking?
officers. No shit.
I'd stand on this tire. Okay.
Sure, man. Sure, Sparky. I'd take a copy.
Sorry, I cut off your advertisement.
Oh, the bad day,
dude.
bad
I'll
day.
grab
I
this
see the
one.
bad day. I see the bad day.
No, this is not
I see
Russia.
the bad day. I see the very bad day.
Really? Just gonna pull
'Cause
off. Oh my god.
you're
Oh.
not gonna get it.
It's getting worse.
Oh
I
my
don't know what
God.
you was
God,
thinking.
Back up straight, dude.
Whoa.
Stop it. Just get out of the
Dude.
truck. Get out of the truck.
What are you doing?
He's got Austin Powers, that son of a bitch.
I know. I was
Baxter was
just
like,
thinking the
"Fuck
same
this."
thing.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Sewage? Is it sewage?
Sewage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining shit and piss. Awesome.
And they're still just gonna keep trying, huh?
I
Okay.
got the poo on
Just
me.
sit there in the poo.
They're
Call
committed
cops.
now.
Right? Just sit there in the poop. Calls for help. Call for help. Kind of funny how the truck has shrooms on it.
We got to get out of here, dude. They'll figure out it was us.
There's a witness.
There's a camera.
Well, I
That's
know,
not a
but there's like a
witness,
physical
that's
witness
security.
who has to sit there in the poo now.
The popo and the pee pee.
Well, it looks like fresh water now. They cleaned out the pipe.
That guy was fucking open the door. Tell them on floor 2 not to flush. Or floor 4, or whatever.
Okay, so how did you get this far?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh.
And now he's gonna be hung up on that pipe.
Yeah.
How did he get that far in life?
Flooring it and reversing it everywhere they went, I guess.
That man has a lot of luck.
He took that 2 steps forward and 1 step back thing a little too far.
Yeah, he did.
Good way. Wait a minute. Who is that on his back? Is that?
There's 2 people.
Yeah, planking.
That guy.
Plank riding.
Like fly.
It's because they're stupid.
That was Susan.
Yep.
Bye bye, Mustang.
Yeah.
Are you up to
Natural selection at work.
Oh no, not Prime.
Son of a
I'm waiting
bitch.
for a delivery, you son of a bitch.
That was so close. No.
Oh.
Man, you gotta hit both cars.
Dude,
Oh.
I'm not sure that parking space was open.
Oh shit.
Parking space either.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh.
Dunga dunga dung. Did you guys see it do a little dance? It skipped.
It did a dance.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Scrape onto the guy. Hey, you mind if I catch a ride? Cool.
Oh shit, he's so lucky.
Yeah, he is. Back car.
Fatality.
This is gonna be bad.
AP
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
I'm marijuana, motherfucker.
Oh, dude.
No.
Oh, that's
Don't try
terrifying.
to enter the convoy. Don't enter the convoy. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
Do you think he'll figure it out? Like,
It's a whole new way of towing.
You know, maybe.
That guy's just going in reverse.
He's driving down the road. The car that he's hauling falls off the back of the flatbed. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm fired already."
Yeah.
That last guy must have been eating
Uh-oh.
crust pizza.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Ooh.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
that guy's pretty
Dead.
Fatality. No, he's fine. He was fine. He went to the hospital.
Napping.
Just had a little head bump.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well
it was.
done, idiot.
Got some Smokey and the Bandit shit.
Holy.
Whoa. Eastbound and down. Lower that
Yeah.
Tricky.
That's what the sheriff almost did when he went up underneath Snowman.
Oh.
He gets
Okay.
wedged underneath.
What do you get for being a dumbass?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's on the
Drag people
18-wheeler?
other people into it. You had to
Oh,
drag
shit.
people into your own dumbassery. I bet
Oh.
JP was driving that car.
Oh,
That's why
God.
they get dragged.
He got hung up on the dolly wheels, and that truck's taking him for a ride.
You think it was a brake check? What that was?
Yeah.
Right at the wrong time?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid idiot.
Or a flex of some sort. Whoa, what the fuck?
Fire?
That motorcycle burst into flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see that
Don't do
every
it.
day.
Don't do it. Oh shit.
Wow.
Caught up in a shootout. Back up, bitches. Back up.
And he's like, I'm out.
Blah, blah.
Other poor little red
Yeah,
car.
fuck you, I'm
He's
gone.
just stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Not
This
here.
is
Little car
That's gotta
sites.
be like,
this is Uzi parallel parking right after we got married.
Just move the other car out of
She's
the spot
gotten
you want.
a lot better at driving.
Parking spot.
Well, that little
This has
car
happened before, you
didn't
can
leave
tell
enough
the-
space.
The silver
Mm.
car put his parking brake on like twice. He was like, I'm not letting that bastard move me.
what
again."
an asshole. What the?
Well, the guy in the little car didn't back up to the white line, leaving us space for
Yeah.
another car. Because I think those are meant to hold 3.
tiny cars.
Someone's having a bad day.
Look, you see how far he is from the
Wow.
line?
Just coming
Somebody
back
put
home
the
with their
parking
soccer
brake
kids.
on.
Good thing the tires aren't particularly expensive, yeah?
There are
Yeah.
countries out there where if you park improperly like that,
Hey, Darkstar,
they are
Cronin.
perfectly justified in doing whatever damage they want to your car.
Spain is like that. If you park on the street, you are letting everybody know that they can do whatever the hell they want to your car. And no one's responsible for it but you.
He's like, up, yeah, we're good.
Look, whatever, it's cool.
He didn't even damage his little mini.
Damn!
Like, why?
Bad day.
No more steering.
Oh, he was running a red light. See how all the other cars are stopped.
Yeah.
Ding.
Oh.
Why you gotta drag other people into your own stupidity, though? It's just...
Because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Me too, Uzi. I hate parallel parking too.
I do too.
Y'all need those cars that do it by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Well, okay, there's one more.
Uh-oh.
Jesus, these motherfuckers are hauling ass.
Hey, it's me, Trippy, GTA 5.
Yeah, there you go.
They're speeding all the way to the crash.
China.
Yes. Trying to get to that wreck real quick.
I guess it's Chinese.
Big ass car haulers and shit.
Watermark
crash
is
on the
definitely
video.
not
Uh-oh.
English.
There's the bad day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the fucking supercar.
Yeah.
That's one of the supercars. Where's the other
Look at
one?
the other one. That's on fire.
Oh, there's the blue one.
Oh.
Must have rear-ended that little silver car and just, that's it. Day's done.
Whoops.
It's like a Gallardo or something. Yeah, it's got Lamborghini Race Club on the side. Lamborghini
Is that a Lambo, man?
That was a Lambo,
It
and
was a cheap
that was
Lambo.
about $150,000
Fuck,
pissed
no, it ain't
away.
cheap.
It's one of the bargain.
That was one of them high up ones, too.
Oh, watch this.
Gallardo, or,
Oh.
All right,
Like, okay,
and now I'm gonna get in my car. It's got to be Richo. Somebody hit me in the head. Okay, I'm gonna get back in my car now.
The only Rue I know that can't handle
Oh,
boxing.
shit.
Holy fuck!
That's oil.
Hey, it's me in GTA 5.
Me too,
He's
shit.
doing cartwheels. Holy fuck.
Dude.
Oh,
Grandma,
no.
get off the road.
Oh, that's
Grandma.
great.
Man, this reminded me of my dad so much.
He's like, hey, slow down, kids.
All right, fam. Let's go back in the green room because we're done. All right.
Oh, man.
That's right.
I got all caught up in the videos and didn't pull everybody's channels up. You guys are going to have to shill yourselves tonight.
Well, all right. So, speaking of shilling, Atema, A is for Atema.
Hi, everybody. The only thing I have to show is XD. And I think we're going to be looking at the same dumb ginger that we did before. But now she's got more friends.
Yeah, and one of the guys it's a struggle session that we're going to be watching. Carla Borsenko and I want to say her name is Deb Hillman. And I can't remember her channel's name, but she was really cool. And I think we can get her for XD, but Atema.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try because I think I don't know about Borsenko, but I think she's this one is, and she's got a bigger channel. She just seemed real personable in a good way.
Okay.
You know.
Yay.
You know me, man. I can smooth the women's. All right, so Becca, what about you?
I have Fairly Just Becca tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then again Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Sweet. Uzi wants to know how your knee doing. Becca?
Oh, my knee. It's getting a little better. I'm still taking pain pills and muscle relaxers, but no more dancing.
Do you feel like you're floating? Do you feel like you're floating on a cloud of titties?
That's like the best description. Yes, now that you put it that way. Hell yeah, I'm on a cloud of titties.
That's from a movie called Rush. Yeah. He goes, yeah. Anyway, was she gone?
It's informative massacre porn on Thursdays at 7 Central. You know, usual on Bubonic For You, his channel.
That's right. If you watch Bubonic and me, you know, you might get in a mindset that might actually, you may actually help the planet. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. I don't know. You know, I can only do so much, right? But I figure, you know, put my creativity here. Yeah. Any roasted opinion? What about you chilling out there, bro?
Believe it or not, last week I actually put out a video. And this week I'm going to put out another one following up on my diatribe about infrastructure and how much money the government is spending and not accomplishing a damn thing. Tune in on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a money grab, dude. So what happened to Colleen? Colleen, his better half, did ice cream last Sunday. It was a great episode. It's 2 hours of awesome. If you just want to put it on and listen, it's a great conversation. Just saying. It was
super great.
I had fun.
I loved
with
it. It was really funny.
We had a good time.
Colleen ran into some technical difficulties.
All right.
This evening.
Well, give her a hug for me and say thanks, okay? Stoney?
I'll be streaming Sunday at some point on the Twitch, and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on the Twitch.
And
Twitch
last
where I'm at now.
Twitch, that's right. Trippypoop.
Streaming the Sundays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what the fuck about, so yeah, tune in Sunday and we'll find out all together. That's how shit works now. Yeah. Till my next game show. I don't know when that'll be.
Sweet, yeah. Speaking of games, I got to do something. All right, so people, I'm making an announcement here on Mondays. Becca and I are going to be doing the extra credit show. Extra credit from the Gulag is going to be Twitch and Trovo, DLive, and Facebook only. I don't want to risk the Sulag, and I don't really want to lose my channel at this point. So, we got to do what we got to do. It's going to be even better because I'm going to be able to show shit that I know I couldn't gotten away with here. So, that's the upside of that. Let's see. This Sunday I will be interviewing FTW Neil, my brother from Mississippi. You better be there. I'm fucking with you, dude. And let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, tomorrow night, of course, XD. Yeah, man, you talk about apoplectic. You really need your blood pressure medicine for this shit. And I think that's all I got going on. Oh yeah. I've got to release. I got to release Dagon from his prison at some point. So I'm done with Blade Runner for the time. Even though I've only done 2 of the 12 endings. I don't know. There's one aspect I can get into. I don't know why, but I don't care because that has nothing to do with you guys. But so, with The Shore, I'm going to be playing that probably on Monday nights late for the time, on YouTube. So I'll have something on YouTube for that night. And on that note, shoot, I don't really got anything else to say, people. What about y'all?
No.
All right.
Too much.
Let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye again.
Later, y'all. Good night, chat.
Yes, what are you, fucking commie? Huh? No, I ain't no commie. Oh, you better not be. I don't want no commies in my car. No Christians either.